Hey everybody, welcome to the NARCN Network. Today I'm going to be presenting episode 243 to you guys. And episode 243 is going to be not very long because we're just going to talk about a subject here. And the title of this video is actually the types of people narcissists hate. So, what type of individuals do narcissists actually hate? Narcissists hate people that can't be fucked with, and this is just an across-the-board statement when it comes to narcissists. If you are the type of person that can't be messed with easily, that doesn't deal with bullshit easily, that can't be manipulated easily, that has their own idea about how things work, that isn't influenced easily, that can't be brought around to the narcissist's way of thinking or functionality, that narcissist is going to hate you. And there are a lot of people who are like this and don't get messed with by narcissists. Narcissists don't pick out people like this. Narcissists generally pick out people who are very easygoing, and whom they actually see certain particular attributes in. They want people who are very caring people. They want people who like to make efforts for other people. They pick out traits like this. They pick out people who have empathy in them for other individuals. They feed off of people who can easily be swayed or manipulated. Commonly, people who are very easygoing are often like this, and this is why narcissists pick people like that out. But if a narcissist, excuse me, if a narcissist comes into contact with somebody who isn't easily manipulated, they're going to examine that person over time very thoroughly and figure out whether or not that person is a person that they want to mess with or not. And narcissists can determine this very, very quickly. They can determine whether or not you're somebody who should be fucked with or not. And if they think that you're going to be too difficult to deal with, they are not going to mess with you. They are going to go to a person who's going to be easier to manipulate, and they are going to go that particular route over somebody who's going to be more difficult. Now, this is different as well, too, when it comes to male and female narcissists. Female narcissists actually often have the ability to manipulate men who are tougher to control, because they have the advent of just being female and either being an attractive female or a very attractive female, and they will use those charms to gain control or manipulation power over a male who might be more difficult to deal with, because males scientifically have been found to be more amicably open most of the time. This is not all males, because there are some males out there who are difficult and can't be manipulated in that way. But most of the time, a male will see a very attractive female being very charming with him, being flirtatious with him, in behaving in those ways. And if that female may be a little bit, I don't know, something is off with her, just that charmingness and that beauty and everything else will kind of turn off that red flag scenario for that male, at least temporarily, until that male becomes engaged with that narcissistic female and realizes that he is dealing with a narcissistic female in that way, in which case he may actually turn back off that switch and not deal with any of her bullshit once he realizes what it is he might actually be dealing with. But women will use those type of tactics against males who may even be more difficult to deal with. They will use the same tactics with easier males as well. but they will use it in an even more intense way with a male who is more difficult to deal with in that instance. And of course, if in the confines of relationships that may be same-sex, they will probably still use the same type of behavior with a female who may have more of a male persona to them, because as we know, with mixed relationships and same-sex relationships, some of the same dynamics still do apply from males to males or females to females. We're basically addressing the main gender role here, which is a male with a female, but it applies to all the roles that people may assume in all their different formats of relationship matchups here. That being said, women will get away with this more readily than a male will. Of course, there are very attractive males out there too who will try this with a female. Commonly, if a male is more attractive than the female he's trying to manipulate, that male narcissist will put on the charm, and he will try to attain whatever it is he's after from that female in whatever way he can manipulate her into, in whatever way he can control her. And if the male is the more attractive person in the relationship than the female, this often happens to an even larger degree, where he's even able to gain even more control over that female because of his dominant looks and his or perhaps dominant charm in this instance, and he will gain control with that female that way. But again, this can go both ways. It all depends on what's going on in the confines. But in the instance here of whether or not a narcissist is trying to, get a hold of somebody to manipulate them or to control them, anybody who is difficult to control, that narcissist is not going to want to engage with. They're not going to want to engage with a person like that. Often narcissists have bosses who are very dominant and over them, and they hate those bosses. They hate having to deal with somebody who is above them, because they think, of course, that they are above everybody. Narcissists have a superiority complex over most people, and they think that they're more intelligent and are just more on the ball than everybody else around them, because this is the way the narcissist mind works most of the time. So narcissists will hate anybody that they can't manipulate, or that they can't control, or that is just difficult to deal with and doesn't go along with what they want. Narcissists want things their way. They want everything their way. And when they can't get that, that targets a person as being an individual who that narcissist is going to hate to deal with. And this is just the reality of that situation when it comes to who narcissists don't like. So this is just what I wanted to explain here in episode 243. I've got lots of other content coming up on the NARCN network and also on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you really soon in some other upcoming videos.